Well, I've got to be honest, I didn't envision I'd be spending this much on a fullback, but here we are. Welcome to this 90 rated Team of the Season Tavernier player review. If you want to improve your ultimate team and need some coins to do so, you should check out my sponsor, IG Vault. There's a link to do so in the description, and if you use the code Kieron, you'll get yourself a nice little discount off your order. Now, I actually had to snipe this guy for his price. He's currently going for around 700k, which is just crazy, but I guess there aren't too many packs being actually opened right now. Nonetheless, it's a pretty insane looking item which looks like it could be used in a bunch of different positions, but for the majority of this review he is going to be playing as a right back for us. I like to test players in their more natural positions, but if you guys do want to see another review on him, maybe where we focus on a different position, let me know in the comments. Anyway, this is the item. Here are the traits and here are the in-game stats. Now obviously throughout the year we have had a Headliners Tavernier available, and to be honest, it's a very good card in itself. And this Team of Season card is obviously an upgraded version of that. Thank you for stating the obvious, Kieron. So yeah, in-game stats, what is there to like? Pretty much everything. There isn't really a terrible stat on this card, although there is a couple of ones that aren't particularly fantastic, namely the reactions of just 81 and also the defensive awareness also of 81. Not the best attributes for a defender right there. However, offensively, he's got some insane attributes. That crossing is amazing at 95, short passing is brilliant, also really good shot power and long shots. So instantly I'm thinking this guy could serve really well as a midfielder. So as I say, maybe for a future video we'll try him there. Physicals look class, really high strength and stamina, which is fantastic. Also pretty good jumping, which will definitely help him when winning aerial battles in that fullback role. He's 5'11", so he's at a decent height for a fullback. Obviously for a centre back that would be, you know, pretty short, but for a fullback that's of decent height. Dribbling looks pretty nice aside from those reactions, and the passing just looks class, like really good for a defender. Anyway, let's stop rambling, let's have a look at some chem styles and let's get into some games, because I won't lie, I want to get these games done and I want to sell this card before I lose a bunch of coins on it. So here is the item with a basic. As you can see, in like literally every single role he has high ratings, and he is ultimately one of those cards where you can play it wherever you wish to do so. Straight away, just by looking at the pace, I'm thinking if you're going to use him as a right back, the Sentinel chem style is the one. I think the biggest improvement with this chem style as well is that big +10 in defensive awareness, which I think will be very good for this item. It's a shame we can't also boost the reactions though. But as you can see across the board, like there really isn't a bad chem style for him, to be honest. Even basic is really good for him. But as I say, for the defensive role, I think it's got to be Sentinel. But maybe if you're playing him in midfield, there are other alternatives. Okay, in game number 1, we are up against this full special side featuring a bunch of really nice items, and also has the GOAT at left back in form Saka. Nice by Tav, good turn of pace there to get around his man. Puts the ball on the inside. Interesting. He's made a very attacking run here, and Ryan Kent has found him with a brilliant pass. Here's an opportunity for Tavernier to whip the ball into the box. It's not a bad ball, but Van der Sar does deal with it rather easily. But Tavernier, as you saw, getting back into his position and helping us win the ball back. Oh, wiggles through. Chance to shoot as well, and sadly gets palmed around the post. Ball is delivered into that front post. Header from Marcelo, saved by Van der Sar. Sometimes you get a lucky bounce on them, sometimes you don't. See you later. Chance to clear now. Is this a good ball for Ryan Kent? Yes, it is. He will chase that down. Diaz, get away from me. Don't think so, Rodri. I mean, he was never going to outpace us, was he? Could have had normal Tavernier and have caught up to him there. Well, half time in this one, 1-0 lead at the break. Our clean sheet is still intact. Hopefully I'll be saying the same thing in about another 45 minutes of FIFA gameplay. Here's a chance, bit of space for Tavernier to run into. Can we get a shot away here? We've just toyed with the defence, and very unfortunate that Embarba didn't fancy diving at Ruiddiaz's boot there. Nice Tavernier, good clearance there with the head. Oh, please get there, please get there. Thank you. And there's full time, so we get ourselves a nice 4-1 victory on Tavernier's debut. Unfortunately didn't keep the clean sheet, but that was absolutely nothing to do with him. Bit of a mishap with the centre-backs, and yeah, as you can see, Ariel got man of the match for me. He was a pretty busy boy in that game. A lot of them shots, though, I do have to say, came in like one instance where he was taking a shot, and Ariel was just palming him back to him, so he kept getting rebounds. Anyway, nice debut, pretty solid. Not as quick as I thought he would be, but still, in defense seems pretty solid, and obviously his passing range is pretty nice. Next outing, this is what we face. It's not a brilliant side, to be honest, so hopefully I'm not regretting saying that come full time, but for a team in this division, it's not as great as you would maybe expect to see. There's a chance, Tavernier. Oh, Mendy, fantastic challenge. Oh, a great challenge by Tavernier there to win the ball too. Knocked him over with his head, and there's a chance. Oh, we should be scoring there, and eventually we do. What a horrible, horrible goal we have just scored, but we'll take it. Interesting. Oh, wow. Oh, what is going on? We get a bit fortunate there. As you can see, 1-1 at the break. It's been a tight game, but my opponent does like to, be one of them possession players, so that's why possession is so heavily in his favour. But yeah, tough game. GG. He's playing well with a team which really isn't that great. Nice. Good tackle there. Good teamwork. And Tavernier gets the pick up. Nice pick up there by Tavernier. Pass wasn't the best though. Straight into the path of Kunde. Nice. Tavernier lined up Murata and takes the ball from him. Did well to keep the ball there, to be fair. Well, that was weird. My opponent decided to quit. That was really, really odd. Anyway, despite the rating, I thought that was actually a really solid performance by Tavernier, and made some really good tackles, some nice intercepts, and his passing once again was very useful. Okay then, games out the way, let's now talk about this 90 rated team this season, James Tavernier. What did I make of this card? I think it's a very nice item, I really, really do, but straight up I'm going to say, after using him, I definitely think he's better off in midfield than he is at fullback, and there is a couple of reasons for that, which we will get into momentarily. But as you can see by the verdict, quite similar to Team of the Year Trent in the fact that I really, really do think he is better suited to like a CDM role rather than a fullback role. And one of the main reasons for that is the positioning, but there's also the reactions and the defensive awareness. You can get better defensive fullbacks easily in this game. However, if you like to attack with your fullbacks, I think you'll get a lot out of this card, and pretty much he is very ideal for those of you who play 5/3 at the back. But for those of you who want a defensive fullback, as I said, there are many, many better options. Anyway, what did I like about this card? Well, first of all, the pace. He's pretty quick. Is he as fast as maybe I thought he would be? No, but he's still pretty damn quick, and he will catch up to most players, which is obviously very, very nice. For a defender, his shooting is class. Like, there's no getting around that. You can play him at striker with the right chem style. That's how good his shooting is, but ultimately, obviously, that isn't his optimal role. Passing, I really don't have any complaints. I think with his right foot, his passing is top tier, but with his left foot, not so much, and obviously does have a freestyle weak foot, so yeah, don't want to be using that left if you can avoid doing so. Dribbling is another area where he is actually really, really nice with the ball. Once again, for a defender, I think his dribbling is class. Definitely is capable of playing in a right mid/right wing role if you want him to do so. He actually will actually get a lot out of him there because his crossing, as I say, is really, really nice. Now we come on to the defending, which is the critical area of this card. Now his defending is not bad, but compared to other team season fullbacks, his defending is just nowhere near as good, unfortunately. With this Tavernier card, you've got a bit of an all-rounder rather than an out-and-out defender. So I guess there's positives and negatives to that. Ultimately, once again, come back to them reactions and defensive awareness stats. He just, isn't as good defensively as other high-tier fullbacks, like I've already said. And another thing I do have to touch in on is the fact that his positioning isn't fantastic in regards to defending. This guy likes to get forward. He likes to join in with attacks, and unless you put stay back while attacking on him, he's going to regularly join in with those attacking moves. So that is something to be aware of. I did get caught out a couple of times when I was attacking, and I was like, who's that? And it's Tavernier, who isn't in the defensive line. He's like joining the attack. So yeah, something to be aware of there. Player instructions are of course then advised. Finally, physically, really happy with the card. Stamina lasted full 90 minutes with ease, and definitely could do a job in midfield even if he was running about a lot. Strength is fantastic, and even though his tackling isn't the best, that means he does have the ability to knock people off the ball, which is beneficial. And also I thought he won a decent amount of aerial duels as well, which is great. So all in all, as I say, it is a very good right back item, and if you want an offensive right back, like, you're not going to get many better options. But if you want your right back to be there to defend, then, like I've said numerous times, there are better alternatives available in the game. And ultimately, we come back to the verdict, which I touched on at the start. I do think this card is better suited to a midfield role rather than the right back role, and a lot of it does come down to the positioning, to be honest. I just didn't like the fact that he was regularly coming out of line. So yeah, that is that. Still the very, very good card, but I will say not worth 700k, but obviously his price is, you know, pretty high right now. Not many people are opening packs, and that is that. Obviously he will drop a lot in the coming few days. So guys, those are my thoughts on the 90 rated Tavernier. Hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, drop a like rating on it. In the comments below, let me know your thoughts. Subscribe if you're new. I'll catch you in the next one.